And it says we're live. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's Thursday night. That means it's time for GotBot Goes live. And we have some news to cover tonight. Of course, we're going to talk about the Netflix Earthrise trailer. We're going to kind of talk about some updates of how the next couple of weeks are going to go here on the channel with the holidays up and coming. And we're, of course, going to cover a pickup and kind of a couple of things that were supposed to be here or are supposed to be here. And we're going to talk about where they're to and what's going on with them. And potentially something that might actually be a little bit of a Christmas miracle. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just going to get things set up. I hope that going into the weekend and whatnot, you guys are having a fantastic time. Of course, as always, you know, I got to set things up here. But, yeah, I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope that things are, you know, looking up and looking good for you. We go here. Let's see here. Ooh, that's a little. Go down here. And I'm just going to change that. Luigi, hello to you, my friend Dragonfly. Happy to see you in here. By the way, coming up this week, in one of the reviews, I have a little picture from Dragonfly's daughter, actually, that I'm going to show, and it's Optimus Prime. And don't any of you say anything different. It's Optimus Prime because she says it's Optimus Prime. And when a 4-year-old says something's Optimus Prime, it's Optimus Prime, man. Hey, Jillian, happy to see you. Let's see. Hey, Samuel, happy to see you as well. Yes. Hey, Razor Matrix D. Oh, wow. Hey, D Gray. It's been a while, man, since I've seen you. Hope things are going good. My Transformers Prime breakdown and Jet Viacon 2-pack came. I also got the Earthrise Astro Train. You know, like the Astro Train is good. I mean, it's kind of overpriced. If you got it on sale, all the better. The breakdown of the Viacon, both are known to be fantastic molds that were only in Japan. Fun fact, I've never so much as held in my hand, let alone Transformer, I've never so much as held in my hand a Deluxe class Viacon. Never have. Hey, Brian, happy to see you here. Hey, Austin. My Nemesis Prime is in my pile of loot. Listen, man, as long as it's coming. That's the year we're in, right? As long as it's going to come, be happy, man. As long as it's going to come, be happy. That's what I say. Hey, Grimlock God, happy to see you in here, my friend. By the way, folks, very recently, actually, I think it was the review yesterday, I covered some items that I got from Grimlock God, and I talked about how in episode 800, we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of things that have to do with Scorponok together, and we will be doing that for sure. I'm going to try, because he sent me some of the links, I'm going to try at least and include kind of links to some of the like files and whatnot. So if you have a 3D printer, hey man, you can kind of do it. But I feel like now, thanks to Grimlock On, explicitly thanks to Grimlock On, I feel like now my Scorponok, to me, feels complete. He feels like he has everything he's supposed to have. Hey, Sam, happy to see you. Let's see. Hey, Steven, happy to see you, my friend. Maximal 10, always happy to see you, buddy. Hey, I got Breakdown and the Viacon. So is Breakdown actually Voyager? Apparently he's a Voyager. I don't know. I've never had it. I don't. Is he small Elixir? I don't know. Apparently he's Voyager. He always looked bulky and big to me. Why? Do you doubt he's a Voyager? Hey, Ken. Well, you know what, man? I am glad that you're here. And if you're working, I hope that you have fun for the next hour or so. And something that kind of, you know, ease the burden of being at work for a little while. We're going to cover some news. We're going to have some fun tonight, I think. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Dragonfly is saying he's still bumming on Werewolf being busted. He sent me some pictures of that hinge that's famous on Werewolf for being destroyed. And he sent me some images of it just being disintegrated, I guess. It hasn't happened with mine. I went back and I looked at mine. I've been fiddling with it and transforming it back and forth a bunch of times in the last 24 hours or so. Mine seems fine. I think that it's something related to climate is the only thing I could see, because not say it won't happen to mine, but I haven't noticed any issue at all with mine. But I know it's so very common. I'm hoping the new one avoids that. We'll talk about that in a bit. Hey, Robert, and Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. Is it possible to see 86 Astro Train? Just like Fans Toys Thomas, aka well, it's not going to be like Fans Toys. It's certainly not going to be that big, but like if they gave a proper leader Astro Train, I'd be down for it. I think. Yeah, proper leader class, like Gabriel said, right? I've been addicted lately to all these Micromasters. I went back and got 4 more of them. Listen, man, the Micromasters are great, and if I want to start them, it gets wild. A couple of summers, actually, maybe a year ago, like 2019 summer, was like a summer Micromasters, really thanks to Maximal 10. And when we started getting them in Earthrise, everything that was released Micromasters I've got on order. By the way, fun fact, my Micron 6-pack is supposed to arrive today. It did not arrive today. It hasn't shipped. It's not going to ship. Get real. Also, the one that's like the base, the Botropolis or whatever, again, like I don't, on Amazon.ca, it hasn't gone up yet really for pre-order, or if it did, I missed it. I think I have one in at Amazon. Well, that's a lie. I don't have one in at Amazon.com. I think actually Input took care of it for me in a roundabout way. When those things went up, I was at work. There was no way I was going to be able to get it anyway. But I think Input took care of that for me. He's a deluxe sized figure. Okay, deluxe. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know the mold. As we go down here, definitely missing some stuff here. Oh man, that went way down. I can actually show you the Weirdwolf hinge elixir. I'll do that in just a little bit. I have 2 and both have the same issue. Really? You have 2 and they both have the same issue? It's so weird. I don't know why mine doesn't. That's like my Snapdragon's Dragon Head. I ended up returning mine and 2 replacements. Wow, what happened with the head? Did it break off? Fun fact about Breakdown Prime, he was originally supposed to be Lugnut. I could totally believe he was supposed to be Lugnut, but Hasbro didn't want him to have a ground vehicle alt mode. Interesting. Which is ironic since the original Lugnut from Cybertron actually did have a ground vehicle alt mode. Yeah, that is strange. The plastic is too thin while it is rubbing up against the soft rubbery. Like everybody talks about. Where is he? I'm going to bring it up again later. Everybody talks about, okay, so this, see if I can, actually, let me take the head out here. Actually, now I break it on air. So I bring the head down, I like kind of put it in place. And this here, this right here is the hinge that everyone's talking about. This hinge up here by the head. And I don't know what people are talking about with like rubbery, like there's nothing, I don't feel anything rubbery on mine. I don't know what you guys, I don't, nothing feels rubbery, but it's these like yellow pieces in right here. They tend to like disintegrate and break off. Apparently, I don't know what the rubbery piece is that's rubbing. Nothing rubs on mine. I don't know what you're talking about. So like, I'm not saying it's not a thing. It's obviously a thing because so many people have experienced it. And if anything, it's weird that I haven't. But I can't speak to it because I don't know, like nothing feels bad. I have no stress marks, nothing rubs. I don't know really what's happening there that everybody seems to experience. It's kind of like the pegs on Grapple. Like, I don't know why people are breaking them off. I've transformed them 100 times. Mine are fine. I don't wiggle them because they're not, you know, they might break off that way, but I don't know. I don't get it, man. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Zany. I really dislike Transformers. I could see it, man. If you're afraid that something's going to break, then you're not going to enjoy it. It's as simple as that. Yeah, Jacob, the #1 fan. Yeah. What do I think of 86 Grimlock? Not for me. I don't think it's bad. Bless you. I don't think it's bad, but I prefer gold over yellow, and I feel like the chest plate is a little too how can I put this? Tinted. I feel like it's a little too tinted, at least for my taste. I don't think it's bad, but I'm sticking with my Black Mamba hands down for me. But I can't argue. If you're in for it, I really can't argue against it because I don't think he's bad in any way, shape, or form. And I do like that his Dino Arms move. The wheelie's hot trash. My first werewolf is totally disintegrated, and the second one has some white cracks. Yeah, that's sad to hear. My kingdom for a thrust and runabout. Again, I've heard, and I've mentioned this on several shows now, that we're getting 900 thrust in Canada, all of Canada, but I know zero about anything for runabout. None. As far as I know, he's not being released in Canada. I hope that changes. I wish I'd gotten the Siege Micromaster pack. It's going for like 120 now. That's crazy. Do you think we'll get another Slipstream anytime soon? Either Cyberverse Deluxe or better? I would totally be in for Cyberverse Deluxe. I don't feel like she gets nearly enough love. If they took the new Deluxe Starscream that's coming and redid that as Slipstream, I would 100% buy it. I'm not buying another Starscream. I have zero need of it. But I would 100% get that mold as Slipstream. Do I think we're going to get it? I don't know. I'd like to see it, Ryan. I really would. Even if they took like the Earthrise mold for, like, there's a lot of Seeker molds out there. Just take one and color it like Slipstream, put the right kind of head on it, and boom. There's no reason not to. She has a cult following. The Earthrise trailer was awesome. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Have you watched Top Gear and the Grand Tour starring Jeremy Clarkson? James? Nope, never heard of it, Robert. I think they're going to focus on action for Earthrise. We'll talk about that in a bit, but they're definitely going to have more action, I think, in it. The head broke in half? What? On two of them? That's wild, man. The last one I didn't want to keep after that. That's so wild. I won't get any Micromasters because they are too darn expensive. They can be very expensive. Earthrise looks amazing. 30th December. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Hey, awesome person. I hope there is a Deluxe Cyberverse. What? I hope there is a Deluxe Cyberverse Deluxe of Slipstream so that I can just buy four. All four for customs of different characters. That'd be cool. That would absolutely be cool. The red part is rubbery. Really? I don't think so. I don't. No, man. The red part is not rubbery. The red part is not, it's solid. I can't agree with that. I don't know what you guys are experiencing. I don't know what your climate does to it, but that red is not rubbery plastic. It absolutely 100% is not rubbery plastic. I'm not even going to entertain it. I know what you're saying, and I'm not saying that it doesn't feel rubbery, but it got to be a climate thing, because I'm telling you now, from feeling it there and tapping it and stuff, it is as solid as the yellow or the greenish blue. I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel like rubbery plastic at all. Not to me. I think it might be a climate thing. I don't know for sure. I really don't know because I don't know the issue, but I haven't experienced it with mine. I don't know. It's so weird. So weird. That could probably be fixed. I think it could be fixed. If it was me and it started to crack, I would use a bit of Bondic, honestly, and just rebuild it. I'd probably have to sand it, maybe even paint it yellow, but I think I could do it. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't do it. That being said, if it breaks off, it's the canopy that's gone. I don't think it overall affects the guy. It would just look incomplete because he doesn't have that canopy on his back. Speaking of that Voyager breakdown, I looked up the size reference, and he's something you'll know. Deluxe Knockout comes up to his chest. Sounds Voyager to me. If Knockout comes up to his chest, that sounds Voyager to me. Mike Grapple's fine too. Yeah, pull it out vertically. That's right. Like when you pull it out, you don't wiggle it. You pull it straight out vertically. Like if he's laid down truck mode, pull it straight up. You don't wiggle it. Yeah, like, and that's another thing. A lot of people file the sides down. Like, do that, man. Hey, Phoenix. I've seen headless werewolves at the thrift store that were intact. Must be a bad QC batch, maybe. Or maybe I just happen to get a good QC batch. Maybe that's the thing. Because a lot of people complain about that one, man. Like, a lot of people. Wow, this keeps jumping down a lot, man. Hey, Danny, I see Danny in there. We have a star with us, Danny Dolphin. Not fond of Wheelie. Wheelie? Wheelie's a tool. Their first hour and pre-orders were sold out. I was there in the first hour and pre-orders sold out. That's crazy. I've not found Thrust. Have Runabout, but it isn't mine. I'd like to get a Runabout. I honestly, I like Run Amok. I would like Runabout more because I actually had that one when I was a lad. My grapples pegs were a tight fit. I pushed them flush and couldn't pull them out. Wow. Trying to untransform them almost broke the pegs. I don't know why. Hey, Thatcher. Werewolf could probably be fixed. Maybe. I hate G1 Wheelie. Who doesn't, man? If you see a Runabout in the wild, yeah, I appreciate that, Paul, if you would. Like, honestly, because I'm not sure he's even coming out in our country. I mean, there have been times that I got some stuff because people found it. I'm so thankful because otherwise I wasn't going to get it. Hotlink. By the way, update on Netflix. I'm happy to say for the very first time I saw something from the Netflix line. It is the Optimus Prime. I didn't get it because I don't need another Earthrise Optimus, but it is the one and only thing I have seen. On the west coast of our province, I'm on the east coast. On the west coast of our province, Soundwave was spotted, one singular Soundwave. So as far as I know, in our province, we've had one Optimus now. I'm sure there was a Soundwave with him. And one Soundwave, I'm sure there was an Optimus with him. That's it. That's all I've heard tell of. So from wave 1 and wave 2. I could go with a remake of Cybertron's Thunderblast. Yeah, I guess. Do I know if the Cyclonus Cold Cast Porcelain Bust Hard Hero is rare? I think it is, actually, but I'm not 100% sure. Got a long time ago, but I don't know a lot about Transformers. I think it is fairly... I don't think it was at the time, but I think it is now, if I'm not mistaken. I think a lot of those busts are now. There was a bunch of them that were done. And they had, I think, a fairly limited run. Some people in the chat might even know better, but I think they had a fairly limited run. So if you got one, it probably is fairly rare, actually. I'm surprised they haven't done a slipstream from the Siege mold. I absolutely agree with you, Sam. Nova Storm is female? Really? I didn't know that. I was thinking the same thing on the new Cyberverse slipstream. Yeah, right? Haven't seen the Earthrise trailer. Hey, Ninja Bill. Slipstream is so underrated. I couldn't agree more, Jillian. 100%. I think everyone's doing pretty good tonight, Ninja Bill. I think we're doing pretty good. Hey, Triple R. Triple R would want a slipstream. You can never have enough seekers. I know that that's his motto. Hey, meme review. Let's see. There's a YouTuber called Jetstream. Interesting. I have 11 Snapdragons at my Walmart. No Deluxes. My Walmart sucks. We've had a couple of Snapdragons now. 17 grapples. Yeah, grapples around everywhere. The Ironhide Centurion. What? The Ironhide Centurion combination works? I don't really know what that is because my Centurion pack got, boom, canceled. So I don't have it. I know really nothing about it. Do you think that the 86 line should have been Kingdom in the first place? I do, but I understand why they're doing it. They're doing it because their fear is that Kingdom's going to fail where it's Beast Wars heavy. And if Kingdom fails, then whew, because the movie line is in sometimes, at least we have our G1 covered in the movie line. So we'll still make our profits now in Studio Series. It's a sneaky ploy, but it's a smart one. I'll get the Prime because he's G2 colors. I guess I don't really care about G2, but okay. Yeah, see, Danny saw the Netflix stuff on the west side of Canada. I want that Prime only to get the Battle Masters. That's fair, actually. That's not a bad reason to have it. Loose when holding guns is just variations from the one you got. Interesting. They have Soundwave in your Walmart Elixir. Yeah, well, a lot of people do now. I think that's starting to come around. I'm just shocked that I saw it here. I transformed a new werewolf once, and part of it started breaking the second I started transforming. That's wild, man. At least I found something, right? How did ROTF manage to make a worse wheelie? Michael Bay. That's how they made. That's how they made a worse wheelie. I've never had issues with my werewolf when I still had him. There you go. See, Triple R never had issues either, so I'm not alone. Like, it's not just me. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm missing some stuff, but there's a lot to cover here, and we haven't even gotten into the news yet. In the card game, Nova Storm is depicted under the siege toy and is referred to as she. Interesting. I never had no fear of breaking my werewolf. Okay. The current secret molds do not look feminine to me. And I agree they don't look feminine, but I'd at least take the color. And if the head was done right, maybe I could accept it. I do think the siege one would be a better fit for it. Or the deluxe Cyberverse one. I honestly don't understand how people could break him. I want the Soundwave so bad. Yeah, the Soundwave looks cool. Okay, so we've been here 20 minutes. I haven't even got through stuff yet. We're going to try and fly through the news because we got the news and the trailer to do. I got to pick up and a couple of other things. But before we do anything, I want to give a couple of updates as to how things are sort of going to go the next couple of weeks. We have the holidays coming up. And, of course, we know that usually Thursday nights is the live show. Well, next Thursday we'll do the live show. And then the following Thursday is Christmas Eve. I don't see doing the live show on Christmas Eve. So I'm thinking I might do it a night earlier on Wednesday. I might even do it like Wednesday during the day. Possibly. That's still kind of up in the air. Same with the one for New Year's. New Year's Eve is on Thursday. So we'll do the kind of last show of the year the day before, which is also the day that Earthrise drops on Netflix. Will we do the show before I watch Earthrise or after? I don't know. We'll see when the time comes. So we have that coming up. Tomorrow, although it could end up being Saturday because tomorrow we're supposed to get some snow, so I might have to clean that up, is the countdown. It is a Christmas-themed one that was suggested by TF Fangeek. It is Transformers that have red or green or red and green as their color scheme. Now, we're technically going to do 2 countdowns. I said that if you picked out characters that had red and green, that would be a bonus. You'll see what I mean tomorrow, but we're technically going to kind of have 2 countdowns in one for the holidays. Then we're going to take a kind of a slight break from the polls because after that, I want to focus on getting this year's It's a Very Transformers Christmas up. And this one is going to sort of star Jazz, of course, because his Hallmark keepsake ornament is out this year. I've already reviewed it. So we're going to do that. We are going to have our kind of year-end, sort of a little bit of a discussion about the year and the retrospective. I'm a pretty opinionated guy about it. We're also going to do the top 10 best. I'm going to try and do a top 10 worst, but I don't know if it really exists this time. So we have kind of all that coming up. Plus, this week coming up, the plan is to do Earthrise Wave 2. And then we still have a couple of things in the wings. So that's a big mouthful. The long story short is this. We may have a couple of shows moved to Wednesdays. We're going to do the countdown, and then the next couple of things will be the Christmas special with Jazz. Then a couple of countdowns that will really be my opinion because it'll be based on purchases and stuff from this past year. And then we'll kind of get back into things in 2021 as per usual. Plus, I'm going to be putting on a strong effort to get the season finale of Season 2 of Universal Collision done. So there's a lot of stuff up and coming, no doubt about it. Late but present, Kingdom Rat Trap is small, but Amazon didn't cancel it. Progress? It is progress. Listen, man, it's all progress. And, of course, our friend Razor Bear is our Super Chat super fan. I appreciate him to the nth degree. As we go down here just a little bit, I made a slipstream chest for Siege Seeker. Interesting, Elixir. What'd you make it out of? Also, fun fact, the Cyberverse thrust was called Red Wing in one area. It was called Red Wing in one area. That I saw that, actually. I don't know why, but that's weird. And I knew that it was feminine, too. Very strange. I got a Masterpiece Soundwave as well as the Siege, so don't feel like getting another tape deck. That's fair. Let's do an after. Lots to talk about for sure. It is a lot to talk about. Found a really good looking custom siege slipstream. That I, after saying, yeah, you did. Yeah, the custom slipstream did look really good, actually. It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and I'm okay with that. I love Christmas. It's the one holiday I actually like. I'm looking at the Hot Link Seeker and easily see a way to incorporate Slipstream. Only would have to retool the crotch. And, I think a unique head for Slipstream. I feel like she should have bigger eyes than the other Seekers. Okay, so we got that. Let's do trivia. We got a bunch of people here now. Let's do the trivia. Hey, how about we do the trivia? Get the trivia out of the way. Maybe about the Conehead. I don't know. Awesome person. Trivia, of course, brought to us by our good friend Dragonfly, friend to one and all here. This is a good one. Starscream Wife, are you listening to the trivia? Yeah. Okay, here's the trivia. This is a good one. Spike and his girlfriend/wife Carly met at A, an electronics store, B, an auto repair shop, C, an arcade, or D, the supermarket. Where did Spike and Carly meet? Did they meet in an electronics store? Did they meet at an auto repair shop, an arcade, or supermarket? Starscream Wife says the arcade. Waluigi says the arcade. C. We have a B, a couple of B's. C. And the answer is the arcade. Now, before we get into the rest, I'm actually going to do my intro because guess what? We're 26 minutes in. I never did the intro. Of course, I'm your host, your most humble host, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe while you're at it, baby. Hit that notification bell. Helps me out a ton. Let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, The Autobot Family, Transformers versus G.I. Joe versus DC Universe versus Marvel. And all my social media links, all that's in the description. By the way, if you checked out the most recent review where I talked about the golden disc and the thigh fillers, I did include a link to Input's channel. By all means, contact him if you're interested in the fillers. Maybe the disc, maybe he can hook you up with that too. I'm not sure, but I know he can with the fillers, so check that out for sure. As always, if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. I just very recently put up my first impressions of Earthrise Wave 2, and I have a couple of things coming up there as well for sort of discussions a bit. Okay, so let's go down through the news, or most of the news, now that we've got that and that done. Yeah, give me this, because I need to mark stuff off as we do it, I think, here tonight. It's that sort of a night. Mark that off and mark that off. So the news, we have the buzzworthy Bumblebee and Spike duo. Okay. It's obviously a Legend Spike or Bumblebee or Core Class, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't look great in robot mode. The articulation looks all right, highly stylized. Even the packaging isn't sure what it is. It's labeled as War for Cybertron, and the artwork has like a G1B, and then down the corner there's the evergreen design that looks very like Cyberverse. It's like, this is everything. The Spike, I think, is very much like Krennic's. I think it's just one solid molded piece, and I love it. On the back, his transformation is one step. And it's literally taking him from a standing up position and tipping him over on his face. And now he's in his vehicle position. I think that's amazing. I love it. I love it. It's so ridiculous. I love it. Do I think this is worth getting? Nope, I don't. I'm not even going to pretend it. But some people have said that they would get it to have the Spike or have it as Daniel, and that they're going to turn the Bumblebee basically into Bumper. I could see that. I could totally see that. But I don't think it's good per se. I already talked about how we have a couple of Netflix guys here locally. To my shock, we saw we saw some Takara images of some of the upcoming offerings from Kingdom. For example, we saw Warpath. I think most of him is molded in white plastic, and I think he is absolutely slathered and covered and coated in red paint. I'm sure there is some red plastic, but an awful lot of red paint. I think that he is covered and coated in red paint. I love it. I think it's beautiful. His eyes do look kind of dead. I don't really like the piece on his shoulder. I get it. It's a shield. I have nothing against the parts for me. I'm glad I can incorporate. It's like, I wish it went behind his shoulder personally. What else do we have here? We saw images of Cyclonus. Man, you know, his face looks a little janky to me, but I'll say this about the guy. There doesn't seem to be an ounce of hollowness anywhere on him. Nowhere. He looks impeccable. Cyberverse showed up their Deluxe, this time without BAF parts. We already have McAdam. No BAF left, I guess. We saw Prowl, who is interesting. Parts of him look very much like Earthrise or Siege. Parts of him look very much like that, like Evergreen design, the Authentics line that came out. And his color looks a lot like Authentics with some dark gray. I feel like there's a lot of influences gone into the Prowl. I think he looks good. I'll be interested to see how the transformation works. I feel like the upper body will be very similar to Siege Earthrise, and the lower body will be your traditional folding the legs up, which honestly, as simple as it is, might be the most brilliant way to do the guy. What else do we have here? We saw a Cyberverse Deluxe Soundwave. I think it looks glorious, beautiful, with a sound blast gimmick. I don't know. This time around, instead of BAF parts, they seem to have more accessories. I'm cool with that. I like that better than BAF parts, to be honest with you. But I mean, come on, that Soundwave looks glorious. He could easily stand in as any type of a G1 Soundwave. He looks really good. And we saw a lot of images of the Starscream. Great robot, bit of a janky plane. It might be a Cybertronian plane, maybe. I don't know. The missile thing coming out of his like abdomen, that's weird. It's like, I don't know, like it's like the worst hernia you could possibly ever have. I do sort of like his null race. He can hold him in his hands or put him on his arms. Blast effects, really cool. So I think, again, Cyberverse is slaying it, man, with their Deluxes. We should have had the Deluxes a long, long time ago. Prime 1 Studio showed off statues, very detailed, highly sculpted, detail paint, light gimmicks, everything for Blackout, who looks amazing, Grimlock, who also looks amazing, and Scorponok, I believe, who's attacking a car that looks all right. I don't know. I guess it's cool. New Age showed off their, not New Age, a new VR game was shown off. It looks really cool. I don't know exactly where it's going to be. I don't think that this one is going to be in the Middle East. I think that this is going to be more mainstream-ish, maybe here in North America. It seems to use the Evergreen designs. I think you play as a human alongside Autobots going against some Decepticons. Actually, I think you're going against a horde of Insecticons. And maybe the Autobots and Decepticons have to work together. I'm not sure of the details, but that is coming if you're into VR experiences. Love them. Think they're so cool. I would love it for Transformers. We saw some images from 1999 from some like Japanese TV guide or something, where we saw repaints of several Beast Wars offerings. The pictures, as well as the figures, are super hyper rare, but they are included in the Beast Wars Japanese encyclopedia. It's a pocketbook thing. I think that that's hyper cool just to see as a piece of memorabilia. I'm just going to check in with you guys before we go on here, because I know I've definitely missed some stuff here. I'm never correct. Oh, Brian, but you tried. That's what counts. That was quicker than you. That was quicker than usual. I changed to C. Merry Christmas, chat. I like that. Probably Tessa. Oh, yeah. She did have a 4 a.m. headache. That's true. Hey, Josiah. Yeah, Bumblebee yawn. I'm with Danny. Bumblebee absolute yawn, 100%. The only reason I want to be is for Spike. A lot of people are like that. Awesome person. I actually like the look of it, and will buy it if I see it. I'm giving it as a gift. It's different, I think, if you're giving it as a gift. And like, I'm not against it. I don't know if it's needed. Let's see. I've seen a lot of people pointing out that it could be retooled into a bumper. Yeah, it absolutely could, Sam. I 100% agree with that. Sovereign Knight, if you're at work, that's understandable, man. Family member sent me a Toronto Blue Jays cap. Nice. If I taught you math last week, then good. I hope that you learned something. Have you seen any of the news about the upcoming game Transformers Impact? By the way, I don't. Is that the VR thing? I don't know. WFC Insecticons? Maybe. I'm okay with the ones we have. Yeah, that Scourge looks really good. By the way, QC issue apparently with Scourge. Apparently in the open hand, the thumb is prone to breaking because it's hollow. So be careful if you get that Scourge. As we go down here a bit. Rumored to come out in 20, similar to Destiny. And I don't even like similar to Destiny and Warframe. Don't even know what they are. I've never heard of them. Like I'm not a gaming guy. I don't know. I've never heard of them, so it don't really mean a lot to me. Afraid to say. I got a lot of papers here. Okay, so continuing on with news, let's get the news out of the way. Fans Hobby showed off their Armada Megatron. I said this a while ago. I said, look, their Optimus is astonishingly good. And somebody said, I wonder if they're going to do a Megatron. Yeah, they are. They showed it a while ago. This one seems to have a few changes, I think, for the better. He is big. I mean, when you look at the Optimus by himself, he's bigger. When you look at the Optimus combined, he's not quite as big, but he's still burly. I think it's going to be a fantastic look. If your jam is Armada, I'd say go Fans Hobby. I really, really would say go Fans Hobby. It's worth the investment if that's the thing you like. X-Transbots Lock showed up. It's their version of Cup. Beautiful, beautiful Cup. Very, obviously, MP styled Cup. I don't know if it looks better than the Fans toys, but if the engineering is better, then it's going to obliterate the Fans toys, because that's the thing. The Fans toys has garbage engineering, trash engineering. It's way over engineered. Looks beautiful in both modes, but even like Bobby Skullface loves Fans toys, as we know. Even he said it was over engineered. I'd like to see what X-Transbots like brings to the table with it. We saw pictures of Weirdwolf, Skullcruncher, and Highbrow. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. XM Studios showed off a statue of their B-movie Soundwave. Looks really good. We're going to talk about the trailer in just a few minutes as well. We also saw Toy World reveal their World War II version of Hot Rod. Looks beautiful. It like the robot looks like Hot Rod. The car mode, obviously World War II, comes with some more kind of office set pieces. I think it's really cool. It's meant to scale with Studio Series, and I think it does it very well. Mech Fans Toy showed off their Legend Scale Skullcruncher. Honestly, if you were to make that thing deluxe size, I think it would be amazing. If you're into the Legend Scale, man, get Skullcruncher. Why not? His head unit actually transforms. It's quite small, but it actually works and transforms. I've had some Mech Fan Toy stuff. I love what they build. I love how they do it. And when they do very small pieces, they still do them really well. So I would say that if they're doing Skullcruncher, they might do even more of them if they haven't already done some of them. And I think they have done some of them. I think this is a great addition. I really, really do. And Flame Toys showed off their IDW Rodimus. And if you're wondering exactly what it looks like, imagine taking the MMC Rodimus and having it non-transformable, just as a robot. There you go. That's basically what you have from Flame Toys. Looks great if you're into the IDW Rodimus. Now, that being said, we kind of ran through that pretty quick, which is good. We're making good time. Let's talk about the two kind of biggest things tonight. The first is, we'll take this guy. We found out that we're getting Highbrow as part of the Wave 2 reissues, and I went through the images, and I took my Titans Return, and I said, what was different? What was different between the Titans Return and the new images? And I made a list of it here, because of the three, Highbrow has the most differences. Now, to be fair, my Highbrow has stickers on him from Hasbro Asia. As well, I painted his hands blue to be more accurate. So, they were gray. So, what does the new one have? The new one has, going to my list here, obviously has the Takara head, where around my chest is blue, around this chest on the outside of this like gray square here, the outside of the chest is still gray as well on the new one. The yellow shoulder squares, like right up here, they are now red and silver. Is that what it is? No, black with a red outline. I'm sorry, they're black with a red outline. Down here on the knees that are kind of bluish, they're now red and silver. The side of the leg here, I have a red line, but that might be a sticker. I'm not sure. If it is a sticker, then forget what I'm about to say. If it's not a sticker, then the new one does not have any red on the side of the legs. What else do we have? Oh, let's see if I can show this. That all just fell. The canopy on the new one. This one is outlined. The new canopy is solid, and I guess the gunmetal gray sections underneath here are more gold on the new one. So you have that. You have that going on. It's a plainer canopy. I have to put his head back in. What am I doing here? Highbrow is one of those that I find like his head doesn't like to stay on. Highbrow's head does not like to stay on, and it is a nuisance and a pain to me. Why am I having such a time here? There. Sheesh. Any other differences there? Let's see. Lower canopy. The only other thing is right here and here on the back of the shoulders, he has Autobot symbols now for when he's in his helicopter mode. I like Highbrow. I really do. I think generally it turned out well. I would hope that the new head fits in better than this head, because this head likes to be a nuisance. At least it does to me. Worth getting? Absolutely. So that's him. Then we have Skull Cruncher. He was called Skullsmasher when he was originally released, but I think he's actually going to be Skull Cruncher this time around. Not as much different here. We do have a new head. It is the Takara head with the red eyes. This one had gold eyes. I painted his eyes red. There is now silver kind of on the side of the tail right here and on the other side of the tail right here. So it's not quite a solid pink-ish, reddish tail. What else do we have different on him? The alligator head. Let's see if I can show this. The gator head here has red eyes. The new one has like a gunmetal gray. Oh, that's down too far. This one has red eyes. The new one has gunmetal gray eyes. So that's, I don't know if you are cool with it being gunmetal gray, I guess. I like the red myself, but what do I know? This apparently can go in here. Yeah. What else do we have? As I look here. The teeth are silver. My teeth are just unpainted gray. There's silver on the back of the forearms now. Like I said, silver on the teeth. And if you open the mouth on mine, it's just gray teeth, gray tongue. The new one has like a gunmetal gray tongue. Again, I don't know if it's like, I'm not picking it up. I would hope that the new one has hips that are more solid, because this guy had loose hips. I fixed my hips. Like my hips don't shake now. I fixed mine with a spray of clear coat. I took the legs off. I put a little bit of Bondic on them. I clear coated it. I let it dry. I popped the hips back on. And my hips are pretty tight now. But I know a lot of people's weren't like mine. My hips don't move now. Simple fix, by the way. But I would hope that they're fixed on new one, because I know a lot of people had them really loose. And that brings us to good old Werewolf. And Werewolf, the new one. So, what's different on the new one? Again, this guy has some Hasbro Asia stickers on him. The Hasbro Asia stickers came with some toy hacks courtesy of Event Progenitor. So, this guy here, I would hope that they fixed the hinge piece that I talked about earlier up by the head. But he has the Takara head, which basically has like a straight visor across instead of these like evil red eyes. What else do we have? The bluish that's on a lot of the plastic has some bluish paint on the knees. These knees are yellow. The red detailing there's a sticker, but they were just yellow. So the bluish is down there, or greenish. I'm not really sure what you call that. And the thigh details up on this guy that are silver are now going to be this same sort of yellowy color. So pretty minimal differences this time around. I'm not sure if the red is on the tail sword of the new one either. Here's the thing. If you did not get them, get them. Here's what I would look for. With Highbrow, make sure his head fits nicely. With Skullcruncher, make sure the hips are tolerance better than the original. And with Weirdwolf, hopefully they have rectified the hinges breaking issue. I'll have the Takara heads, which is more G1 accurate. So take that for what it is. I think that they're worth getting if you don't already have them. Simple as that. That brings us to our last kind of two things of the evening. One is the trailer, which I'm going to kind of talk about now. We'll do the trailer. I watched it. I saw screen images. I paused it. And I'm going to give you my thoughts sort of on it. And then we're going to talk about my pickups or pick up and kind of what was supposed to be here, what's still to come. Oh, man. Okay, so the Earthrise trailer. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to check in with you guys because I know I went through that and I know I missed a whole bunch here, so I'm just gonna go up and see what I missed. Let's see. Selling superior, it's inferior. I love the blast effects. How come the G2 Megatron came out so... What? I thought it wasn't coming out for a few months. No? I think it was supposed to come out in October or something. If you don't have it yet, I would say it's late. I don't have it yet, but it's because I ordered mine really late, and I don't plan to use them for Megatron. I plan to actually use him for Megastorm. He's one of the things that will be coming. He is on order. He's just not here yet. Like I said, I don't want it as Megatron. To me, Megatron is gray and black. It is what it is. But I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Beast Wars 2 Megastorm. He could definitely serve as that since the original served as a Megastorm. Granted, some color variation, but Megastorm. So that's what I'm going to get it for. Plus, it's an excuse to have that Earthrise mold. As we go down here. Now, that's a good point, Crimson. All three Insecticons could have the same color scheme. Good point. Fair enough. I'm actually waiting to see Galvatron's release. I have the TR1. I don't have the TR1. I have the Unique Toys Mania King. He got to be something special to beat that. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say he can't beat it. He can. But he's going to have to be something special. Yeah, a lot of people are turning into Bumper Dragonfly. Let's see. What Kingdom characters do I think we're going to get in the next wave? Go back, not last week, but the week before, Ryan, and watch the live show. I discussed waves 1, 2, 3, and 4. They've all been laid out. It's not think. They're laid out. It's been leaked. Now, I would still call it a rumor yet rather than fact, but go back. I think it was not last week's show, but the week before, if I'm not mistaken, and I already talked about that in detail, Ryan. Impact is supposedly going to be an online free-to-play where you play your own character in a post-apocalyptic Earth where the Autobots and Decepticons have to work together. First time hearing of it. Oh my. That GotBot son. I don't have a son for the... Well, I have stepsons, but I don't... He ain't my son. Omega Supreme... My boy, I'm definitely getting Highbrow. Hey, Tommy, happy to see you, buddy. I want to get Hover and RC. I assume that's RC. Just opened a G2 Megs, started to have doubts and thought having him in hand would be better. It's not. Use him as Megastorm, man. Do it. Let's see. So far, the only retro Headmaster I want is Hardhead and Chrome Dome, both for custom Shattered Glass characters. Fair enough. I could see doing that with them too, honestly. Let's see here. Hey, Ken, take care, buddy. I have Skullsmasher. I only want mine white and chrome. That's fair. My Transformers Titans Return Hot Rod head fits nicely. Same for my Titans Return Mega. Some of my heads fit great, and some of them don't. His lips don't lie. Oh, man. Like, they really don't. He has such a creepy head. Loose hips sink ships. Runus isn't wrong. Does anyone know how to fix Siege Prime's wrists? What's wrong with Siege Prime's wrist? Bet I'm going to see as I go down here. Megastorm was the brother of Galvatron in Beast Wars 2, and he was always jealous of Galvatron, and he wanted to like usurp him. Interestingly, though it was Beast Wars, he had a tank form. Go figure. See, Megastorm's a good idea, right? That's what I thought, man. What are you talking about? February for Sandstorm? Sandstorm's supposed to come out now in December as well. If I don't get him in December, he's going to be late. That's when he's supposed to release. Interesting, Waluigi. You got way different dates than what I've seen. And then what EB Games told me. Hey, Kato. The floor polish works too. I wanted something that was going to last longer because I actually use them for stop motion. Yeah, a lot of people had the floppy hips be a mess there too. Go to fun on the way to the store. Take care. Awesome stream. Thanks, Danny. Take care. I'm sure Danny's gone, but never know. As we go down here. What did you miss? You missed it all, BS Prime. I got the trailer to do and a little bit of a unboxing-ish thing. Ruination Awaken. Ruination would be cool. I'd be cool with another Ruination. Yeah, Starscream Wife has not watched the trailer yet. Although I think she's actually going to find it interesting. I've seen the same dates on BBTS. Interesting. To serve as an Arc Force. I don't know what an Arc Force is, Sam. Oh, no, I think she meant the trailer, Crimson. I don't think she meant she's definitely seen Beast Wars or some of it. But she doesn't like the fact that they turn into animals and dinosaur stuff as much as vehicles. I'm no hot rod hater, though. Something funny did occur to me. Why did he run at Megatron when he has guns built into his forearms? He literally shot. He did it because he wanted to take out. I think he was always plotting against Optimus. Let's see. Yes, you missed the trivia. Okay, so the trailer. In the trailer, we had a bunch of things happen. The Autobots start off in cuffs. They're escorted by a bunch of guards that look like white and gray Ironhides. Everybody now is going to get a bunch of Siege Ironhides and paint them white and gray. We haven't acknowledged that Cybertron is in fact dying, which is interesting. We all said at the end of Siege, like, so they got the Allspark off and now the planet's dying. Great, wonderful. What a dumb plan that was. But obviously there's a plan there. I think the idea was to keep it from the tyranny of the Decepticons, get it off planet, then we'll kind of get it again and regroup. I think that's the plan. I don't know. But we do get acknowledgement that Cybertron is dying. The Quintessons are being referred to in the description as the creators of the Transformers, which is interesting because I see them more as manipulators than they were creators, especially since we do have like Unicron and stuff in there. Like, which sort of creation story are we going with here? That will be interesting to see. Of course, we've seen now a couple of the Quintessons. You know, I don't know who you are, but I know what you are. Optimus says. We see Shockwave behind Elita 1 threateningly. So I don't know if that means that she has infiltrated a Decepticon base, or the Decepticons have infiltrated an Autobot base. His eye is red, and he looks very sinister. I don't know. I think there's going to be a fight there, as was mentioned earlier. More action this time around. I don't know who is coming out of like the clouds, who's like landing and coming through the clouds. That like pinkish wing with the yellow square. I have no idea who that is. Does anybody have an idea who that is? That's landing, I guess. I don't know. It almost looks like it could be Vector Prime, but like I'm like, it's too big, I think, to be Vector Prime. Red Wing? Maybe. I don't know, Crimson. I guess it could be. I don't know, man. I really don't know. My local game and toy store got one Ironhide I saw. We do have actually the 86 on Blu-ray, Crimson. No, Optimus wouldn't take the risk, but Hot Rod would because he's careless. Sam? Arc Force is a Decepticon from... Oh, see, I know zero about the comics. Like, the comics to me don't... I know nothing about that continuity. I know nothing about any of the characters in there. I know zero about it. A trooper of Straxus, and he turned out to be a clone of Megatron. Interesting. Interesting. First I've heard of it, Sam. Chicken nugget. Yeah, we did watch it in theater. Was that 2018 we did that?
Yeah, it was right after we got engaged.
Wow, I thought it was earlier than that. Okay, 2018. Optimus took a shot at Spike. Seatbelt. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking a Titan as well, Blue, but I don't know who. Red Wing did get another run with Entertainment Earth, so it could be Red Wing. I guess it could be. It looked a little pinkish to me, though, to be Red Wing. When I saw the Earthrise Netflix cartoon trailer, I think I saw Nemesis. Yeah, we're going to get to that, Robert. There's no think to it. You did see Nemesis Prime. But like, I know, Crimson, I get that Omega Supreme is the guest, but there's nothing, like the color doesn't look like Omega. I guess it could be, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know what that is. But I heard Omega, but I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think it's Omega. No, I shouldn't. That's IDW. I can't stand their storytelling. It's awful. So bad. So bad. Do you think they should put Earthrise Blue Streak in? Absolutely they should, Crystal. 100%. You're buffering a bit? That's there's not much I can do about that. I'm sorry, man. Could be a big ship coming from the clouds. Galvatrons or double dealers? Could be. Now that I tend to believe a bit more. We have posters. Yeah, we did get the posters. Actually, one of the posters is right here. I still haven't put it up. Sorry about that. Hotlink is in there. A lot of people said, isn't Skywarp dead? Yeah, he is. That's not Skywarp. Look at the shoulder pauldrons. They're purple. It's Hotlink. And I think Hotlink gets chased and probably shot down by Skyfire or Jetfire, whatever you want to call him. We do see Nemesis Prime 100%. I hope, as Rodimus Primal said, I hope it is more an evil Optimus clone than Optimus turning into Nemesis Prime. I don't like that idea nearly as much. Who was Megatron kicking? Again, Rodimus Primal suggested that it was probably looking back at his gladiatorial days. I'm not sure if that's what it was or not, but it was kicking what looked like a grayed out impactor to me. A frozen impactor corpse? I don't know. Or maybe it was a look back. I'm not really sure. There's another scene where we see what almost looks like a Slitherfang or a small Scorponok. Like it almost looks like a Slitherfang with a Scorponok tail. It was so weird. But I'm not sure what that is. Galvatron, we know, was in the trailer. And the speech, I hope the scene between Galvatron and Megatron doesn't go on for too long because it was painful to watch. I don't trust you. And if that wasn't slow enough, Galvatron replies with, never trust anyone. Like, what are you? You're killing me here, guys. We saw an image of Unicron. There was never any doubt that there was going to be a Unicron in this. Anybody who thinks that Unicron wasn't going to be in this was kidding yourself because of the whole tie-in with that Titan class thing. And we only have one thing left, which is going to be our kind of like unboxing pickup thing. I'm just going to check in with you guys real quick.
Can you hold up the poster?
No, because it's under everything. I cannot hold up the poster. It has a big light on it that I'm using right now. I don't see. Oh, can I? You know what? I'll try. What you people don't make me. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do the tablecloth thing. Oh, this is not comfortable. This
is just a Mario piece.
This is uncomfortable. Yeah, but now I got this out too, and what are these guys doing? Man, you're killing me, guys. Okay, so the poster, it was this poster, right? Lots of people got this poster. It was free. We got two of them actually. I have one, and one of the Scraplets has one. I love it. I really do. Okay, so just checking in real quick with you guys. Little House on the Prairie night dress. Can we save Nemesis Prime for Universal Collision? Nemesis Prime, I can get. Well, we all know Nemesis Prime is in Universal Collision. The guy doesn't speak, but he does a whole lot of killing. Prowl's a good guy. I wouldn't say I watch anybody too regularly, but he's a really informative, well-researched retrospective, so absolutely worth checking him out. 100% worth checking him out. I think Nemesis Prime is a dream sequence and not another character. It could be a dream sequence, possibly. I don't like that idea, but it could be. I don't think it's Scorponok because it's far too small in that image. Now, I think Scorponok is in it. I think undoubtedly Scorponok is in it. But I think in what I saw, I think it wasn't Scorponok. I think it was too small to be Scorponok. Let's see. Yeah, Smokescreen is fantastic. I love him. I think he's the best so far of the three. Now, I don't have Prowl yet, but it surprised me that Nemesis and Galvatron were in the trailer. My thought on Galvatron is I think there's either going to be, borrowing from Universal Collision now, honestly, either universes have collided and the dimensional gates have fallen, or there's time travel. I do think that Megatron becomes Galvatron, and I think that Galvatron is somehow going back. It might even be the Galvatron from the G1 cartoon before he loses his mind. Gone back, and I think he's sort of informing Megatron of what's to happen. I think it's going to be a lot more interesting in Earthrise. Maybe Scorponok is the ship. Maybe it's the big thing coming out of the sky. That could be. Bumper is just one of those ones like Hubcap and Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee. Bumper's just another one of them. I don't see a Kingdom Blaster yet. No, I wouldn't hold my breath. As we go down here. I have a different theory for the Nemesis Prime that involves the Netflix toy and the other gray Optimus Prime that have been said to be a part. Could be. It could be that the alternate universe Prime becomes Nemesis Prime, possibly. I'd be kind of cool with that too. We also need a Shattered Glass Optimus in the series. I mean, we're getting a release of them, so I'm just saying. Let's see, Cliff Jumper Hubcap. He's well known for being a scout for Sentinel Prime. Galvatron being Megatron from the future is a plot line that actually originated in the Marvel Comics. Yeah, it did. It originated in the Marvel UK comics first, actually. I got Smokescreen RC. Aldi is a grocery store. Yeah, Aldi. Yeah, It's a grocery store in the U.S. Apparently, it's really weird that they show up there. By the way, fun fact: that same display that everyone's seeing at Aldi showed up here at Toys R Us. Go figure. Input could make an interesting Shattered Glass Optimus. Yeah, he really could make an interesting Shattered Glass Optimus. Yeah. Okay. So I thought that today, this is the last thing. We're gone a little over now, so I want to kind of get out of here. I got things to do, man. I was supposed to have arrived today my Rotor Storm and my Bug Bite. In fact, if you look at the tracking, it still says arriving today between 8 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. It didn't. It should arrive tomorrow. So hopefully they're both in good shape. I guess. I hope. Fingers crossed. I also have ordered and I'm waiting on a G2 Megatron. I'm very thankful to say, thank heavens, my Ironhide and Prowl has finally shipped. Supposed to be here the 23rd of December by 8 p.m. Come on, Amazon, give me a Christmas miracle, baby. You know what? If you want, you can throw in the cone heads too, because those things haven't released yet. December 23rd is lies. You don't see it happening? No, neither do I, sadly. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. As well, this one is a bit random. I have, thanks to Crimson, actually, managed to have, when it finally gets released, the God Neptune set. However, God Neptune was short one mold. The mold, naturally, for Lobclaw, because it's going with the fiction that it is the same guy as, though in the, I shouldn't say same guy. It's going with the fiction that it's a separate character from King Poseidon or Piranacon, whatever you want to call him. However, there is precedent for a fiction where Lobclaw has been killed, basically, or Nautilate, or whatever name you want to use, and that one of the other ones got replaced. So I said, okay, fine. I'm getting 5 out of the 6 molds. I'd like to have the sixth one. And I am glad to say I have managed to secure a pre-order that's supposed to come in January for Lobclaw. I will add it. If nothing else, the guy can become the blaster for the combiner. Yeah, he's still alive, man. It's Universal Collision. He can be alive if he wants to be in it. So I'm very glad to have him. So what did I actually get? And is that it? Yeah, that's it. What did I actually get this week? What I actually got this week, and I'm very, very happy to have it. As a matter of fact, I think it has the best tolerances of any version of this that I could have. I finally got Black Rorichi. And I think that this guy has the absolute best tolerances. What a tyrant spare, man. What a tyrant spare. I have 2 of the fast tracks. They will serve as the guard minders. See if I can get all 3 of these here in the, see if I can hold all 3 of these here. Like this. Like this is kind of what I'm looking for, right? 2 guard minders and Black Rorichi. Black Rorichi will basically be the lead minion of Scorponok. Love the guy. Absolutely love it. Am I worried about GPS? No, man. I think they got that figured out. Love the guy. So happy to have him. Now, just checking in here real quick with you guys. Show you Earthrise Blue Streak. Man, you're all about Earthrise Blue Streak. Earthrise Blue Streak. Earthrise Blue Streak. I can't. Earthrise Blue Streak is way up on a top shelf. I'll try and remember to do it next week. I will do my best to remember to do it next week. But up on a top shelf, I would have to do way too much moving right now. Not a fan of the RC mold, hey? Hey, Nevaeh. With a name like that, of course, I remember you, Nevaeh. Oh, and Book got his. Sweet. Massive box size of a small child. Sounds about right. That sounds about right. But I can't wait to get that, and I'm so glad to be able to add a lob. If I can ever get the other 5 Seacons, hey, I'll do it, but that'll be super duper piecemeal. No, I already explained that, Blue, what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. You're going to have to watch the show earlier. I won't be streaming on Christmas Eve, I promise you. Yeah, that's right. We have traditions. Exactly. Other than the Coneheads, what else am I missing? The Coneheads, I don't have a Runabout. I don't have a Thrust. I don't have... the Centurion pack was canceled on me, so I don't have... I think that might be it, because I think the Batropolis and I think the Barricade and Punch Counter Punch, even though I'll end up giving away or something, one of those Punch Counter Punches, or selling it, or I'll do something with it because I already have one. But I think they're both, I think Input took care of me for both of those. So those other 4, the Coneheads, the Centurion pack, the Runabout, and the Thrust. Right now, I don't have any of those. Down in the shed, yep. I do still have the packages. I don't have them up here, but I do still have the packages for him and Blastoff and who was the other one? I might do just that, actually. I may very well do just that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. That being said, Punch Counter Punch is totally worth having. I know a lot of people missed out on it. Okay. Blue says, I seen $25 on Amazon. Nice. Winter is coming. Winter's coming tomorrow. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. I've been on here a long time. My wife's been very understanding. We have things to do. Certain Thursday night traditions. It's watching our favorite shows, okay, or some of our favorite shows, all right, and sitting back and chilling out and relaxing, and going to bed because I got work in the morning, man. I gotta go, gotta make that dollar, baby. Okay, I appreciate you guys coming by. Give me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know, man, how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube. Become a channel member. Don't forget, man, that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you do make a difference. And I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams, at the stop-motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.